You guys remember all through school, there was that part of the year towards the end of the year where you had to take the test in that booklet. Remember that booklet? And the teacher had like 4 different booklets and they would pass them out depending on where you sat because they didn't want you to have the same booklet as the person sitting next to you because you might cheat, right? I mean, it made sense. And in the booklet, there was different sections. You had math, science, reading, English, history, whatever the subject was. And they had multiple choice questions, okay? But they didn't want you to answer the questions in that book. You better not dare write in that book because they got to use that shit again. So they gave you that sheet of paper that had all those bubbles on it. And it was numbered from like 1 to 100 or whatever the number was. And it was multiple choice. It was A through D. D almost always being none of the above or all of the above, right? And the teacher would read out the instructions, tell you have to use a number 2 pencil. It had to be a number 2. It said it in the instructions that they read out to you. And they would give you like a certain amount of time. And they all said the same thing. If you finish early, go back and check your work. You remember that shit? And then they'd yell, stop. And you had to drop your pencil because they was watching your ass. You better drop that fucking pencil when they say stop. Anyway, in that particular booklet, there's a section called reading comprehension. Reading comprehension. This is where you read a paragraph and it's some story like Jack and Jill or some shit. And after you read the paragraph, they give you about 5 questions, multiple choice, A through D, about what you read in that story, in that paragraph. So like number 1 will be like, why did Jack and Jill go up the hill? And then A will be like, to see who can roll down the hill fastest. B will be to fetch a pail of water, C, D, whatever. Well, this particular part of the test, I guarantee Shawn Newton failed every single year because this guy lacks the ability to comprehend any fucking argument that you try to make. It's like he finds ways to make shit up and add shit in that you didn't even say to try to make his point. But this video is just to ask Shawn a simple question, okay? Because I've asked you this in the comment section, and this seems to be the question that you ignore every single time, okay? What is this agenda that you speak of, man? What exactly is the agenda? You can't just throw words out there. Okay, tell us what the agenda is. What's the conspiracy already, man? I'm at the edge of my seat. What is this agenda that you speak of? And if there is an agenda, how does it affect you in the sport of boxing? Can you go ahead and answer that for me, Shawn?